So what kind of warning signs should we be on the lookout for then to kind of gauge if things are getting better or worse? Well, according to Hussman Strategic Advisors, who is led by John Hussman, he says there are 6 key signs that we need to look for with the labor market that tells us the direction things are going in right now. The first one is if the recession-sensitive job sectors keep losing jobs. Manufacturing, construction, retail, transportation, professional and business services, and leisure and hospitality of some of the areas that have shown the most weakness in past downturns. And so those are the areas of the economy we have to keep an eye on the most. Well, I just went over with you that manufacturing jobs are the hardest hit right now. We're losing those. And every other sector of the economy that we just mentioned is sitting flat at best, which means no growth. It's not getting worse, but it's not getting better. But he says we need to keep a look at the 6-month rolling change and those sectors of the economy in particular. And the index is currently hovering at 0%, and it's never turned negative without the economy falling into a big downturn. And when you look at this chart here, you can see that we've been hovering close to 0% for a while now over the past few years, and things have been getting worse as of late and are very close to dipping into negative territory. The second thing he says we got to look out for is if there are 2 back-to-back months of net job losses. Since 1970, there have never been 2 straight months when the economy has lost jobs when it has not coincided with a recession. But we might not have had 2 months in a row of job losses, but pretty close, guys, because June was negative 13,000 jobs, right? The July numbers was 73,000. That was revised down. But the August numbers was revised downwards from 22,000 to negative 4,000. So it might not have been 2 months in a row, but it was 1 bad month in June, followed by 1 okay month in July, followed by a really bad month in August. So isn't that close enough? In my book, it is. And he says that with job growth slowing as much as it has, the likelihood of 2 back-to-back negative months is becoming higher and higher. Well, we had a situation just a few months ago where it was every other month. So in my opinion, that counts. The third thing he says we got to keep an eye on is if education and health services jobs keep growing, because in the past, when we saw those jobs numbers grow, but not much else, kind of like what we're seeing right now, that usually indicates the start of a recession, because the growth in those sectors, but no others, kind of masks how bad the labor market really is. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Consistently over the past year, the number one sector of the economy that has been creating the most jobs has been in healthcare services. The fourth thing we got to keep an eye on is if AI job losses keep piling up. October, we had the worst month of layoffs, over 153,000 layoffs, the worst month since 2003. And a lot of these layoffs were concentrated in the tech sector, and AI is to blame for a lot of it. The fifth thing we got to take a look at is if government jobs keep declining. Federal employees currently make up less than 2% of the total workforce, which is not enough to significantly move the needle on employment trends. But so far this year, that's where the largest job losses have actually come from. But if local government payrolls start to decline and the federal government continues to lose jobs like we're seeing right now, that can be something that we really have to worry about. That's cool, right?
Yeah, real cool.
He's just chilling there waiting to get a fish, probably.
Fish. They used to take them out of my bucket before I could put them in.
Yeah, he's going for it right now. I think there's fish in there. Yeah, there's fish in there.
Oh, no kidding.
That's why he's hanging out.
He's trying to eat the fish. He's trying to eat the fish.
Oh my God, look at that. He's grabbing one, man.
Oh my God, that's funny as hell. Oh my God, that's so cool. That is very cool.
I can't believe he didn't get it. I don't
I
know.
can't believe he didn't pull it out of his mouth on that.
Where's all the fishermen to protect their fish?
I don't know.
Well, that's a first. I've never seen that before. The pelican robbing the fisherman. Now, the sixth and final thing that Hussman says we have to keep an eye on is if we see initial and continuing unemployment claims hit a key threshold. Well, what is the key threshold? He says when the 4-week average of jobless claims has climbed by 90,000 over its 52-week low, a recession has followed in nearly every instance since 1970, which is kind of similar to the SOM rule that we talked a lot about last year. The current 4-week average in initial claims hovers around 238,000. If that number were to climb above 300,000, he says that would trigger a recession warning. You know, my take on all of this is that all these numbers are great. All these guidelines are definitely good things to keep an eye on that kind of gauge whether things are getting better or worse. But you know what I think? I think that none of this crap really matters. The only thing that really matters is how well that you are doing right now with your finances and how people perceive the current job market. And also people's confidence and their ability to replace their current income if it were suddenly lost. And I think pretty much everyone would agree that those things are not looking too good right now. And I think we're gonna have to see some major shifts happen in the labor market with significant improvements for months and months in a row, maybe even over a year's worth of time frame, in order for anybody to begin to start thinking that things are good right now and having more confidence in the economy and the job market in general. And until that happens, we're already in a recession, guys. We have been for a while, and that's not going to change, regardless of what the official data says. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you don't want to wait for my next video to come out, check out this one on the screen right over here, and I'll see you in the next one.